Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello, and welcome to Drama Friday. How the hell are you? Are you good? Have you had a good week? I've had a sort of bitty kind of week. I've had like birthdays and everything going on, guys. I hope you've had a good week. It's cold now. I don't like it. I need to go away already. I need to go away. Hi, Zena. Lovely to see you. And we've got Bridge in the house. We've got Capone Boxer in the house. We've got Small Moosey in the house. And we've got Edna, who no doubt is going to join me. Guys, I hope you're well. I'm fairly certain. Let's get Edna up on there. Hello, darling. How are you?
I am doing very well, Jen. I'm a bit relaxed today, so it should be fun.
Yeah. I don't mind you being relaxed, darling.
Thank you.
It's
Hello,
good.
everyone.
You balance me out a bit, so that's not a bad thing. So, Zena, were you hit by Storm Kieran? We were okay. We got a few blustery showers, but nothing that we've not already seen. It wasn't too
Um,
bad. I hope it wasn't too bad where you are up there. Um, okay. Oh, I've got a coffee to my lips. So you're good, are you, Edna?
yeah, it's been a really good week, and had therapy today, and it went and like swimmingly. So it's
Good.
been a good day.
Good. That's the main thing. For those of you that haven't been to Wellness Wednesday, we seem to have sort of settled on a topic which is predominantly mental health. We all feel comfortable in there talking about it. And it's kind of nice, we can open up if we want to. If you don't want to open up, then that's fine. I do realize this week we sort of concentrated on one person. I hope you didn't mind that.
No,
But
I loved it, and I thank you, Valley, for sharing with us. It was wonderful.
yeah, yeah, I thought so too. Hi, Bea. I hope you're well. Well,
Hi.
I guess everyone's sort of expecting me to talk about the shitstorm that is Hussy. Um, right, I've done a couple of videos about him, uh,
Mhm.
so I'm
I
certainly
don't
not
think
going
Hussy likes me anymore.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
popped
fine.
in and I said, "Hey." I was like, "Uh-oh, I guess I'm alliance with you, Jen. We're a team now."
That's a real shame. Bridge, if you want to come up, sweetheart, you're perfectly welcome to. I'm going to go over a little bit of Yomama's stream yesterday. Um,
Okay.
Mainly because I'm a content creator. It's my channel. Um,
Mhm.
if another content creator calls me out on something, I would like to be able to have the opportunity, and I do have the opportunity with my own channel to be able to
Mhm.
speak on it and to respond to it. Um, yeah, so that's what I thought we would do. We've got Bridge up here. Hi, sweetness. How are you,
Hey,
darling?
Hi, Bridge.
good.
Welcome.
Hey, I haven't even watched any of Yo Mama streams lately, so I don't know.
No.
You're busy studying. We see you doing it, girl.
Also, apparently, Hussy's sniping me. You know what's actually
Hi,
so
Hussy.
funny is that um it's something that he loves this sort of toing and froing with other people because it gives him content.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
if he doesn't have an argument that he's currently having to react to, then he's got nothing. What has he got? So yeah,
I don't know. I think he does cooking streams. I haven't caught any of them, but that seems interesting. He goes shopping at Trader Joe's, which is always fascinating because I can't find anything in that place.
I used to go to Trader Joe's all the time, but I stopped. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
too
I
far.
like
It's too
Aldi's. That's
far.
where I went today.
Yeah, I like all these too.
Mm.
So Yo Mama was like the teacher out on the playground at recess. He was, wasn't
Was.
he? And
He was laying it down.
he was laying it down, and you know what? I respect that. I really did try. Well, I don't respect someone coming for me without me having the opportunity to respond. I don't respect
Mm.
that. But what I respect is the fact that as a content creator, he's allowed to say what he wants to say. And if he wants to get his chat in order, then that's perfectly fine. I have
I need to know what happened. Can I have any? I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, are you gonna play some of
right.
it, Jen?
So, well, what we're gonna do, we've got it here. And
Okay.
hi Barley, how are you,
Hi,
darling?
Dolly.
Yeah, I know Hussy's sniping me. It doesn't bother me, Let me be his content for the time being. It's not that important to me. It really isn't. Hi Sasha. I see you
I
out
mean,
and about.
honestly, you
Mister.
should be flattered. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing is I would rather it was somebody else. I'm not too keen on that creature. I'd rather it was somebody else. But anyway, for those of you that don't know what happened, in Yo Mama's chat yesterday, um, he was addressing a situation where I think this young man, I don't know who the guy was, I'm sorry, but it was a TikTok guy who was accused of being a PDF. Now, very sadly, this guy ended his life. Now,
Mhm.
from that, and all of us, I'm sure every single person would feel great sorrow at that. It's just awful. He was just a young man, and he allowed the internet to affect him to the point that
Mm.
he had to end it all. And I think, I think that's really sad. Um, and I'll say for myself, I think if the internet was having that much of an effect on me, I would just come off. I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Um,
allow other people's perspective of me to make me run off of the internet or to do the unthinkable. But this poor young man did do it. So Yo Mama played it. He played this footage, I think from TikTok or something like that. Now, what I didn't like was that he then tried to liken it to what was going on with Gigi, which is a fair enough point. I know
mhm.
Bridge isn't keen on Gigi. I respect her for for her own opinions. Listen, we're all adults. We've all got our own opinions.
Mm.
And each and every one of us um, like people that the other person doesn't like. But it doesn't mean that we can't act civilly and talk about things. So I can understand why Bridget doesn't like Gigi. He's not my cup of tea either. But I will agree, in my opinion, I think what Monty is doing to him is terrible. I think it's disgusting. He's actually putting up videos, um, calling him the PDF,
Mm.
and yeah, so I can understand why Yo Mama likened that to it. I want to stop here and
Mm.
give you a chance to sort of speak on it.
Okay, I
Edna.
guess I'll go first. Uh,
Take the
so
floor.
I do agree that actually calling him a pedophile is taking it a step too far because
Mhm.
it's inappropriate behavior. I agree. I don't like it. Like I get what he's saying, but I think actually put insinuating that he would do it with a child or that he has or something, or that what he is doing is the same as like being a pedophile, I think that's taking it a step too far. But I
Mhm.
will say that there's a history that I don't know if it's like public or whatever, so I won't go into it, but I don't disagree with Monty going against Gigi. But
Okay.
I do think like yeah.
What do you think,
Mm.
Bridge?
Um, basically, I think that what Monty's saying is probably wrong, or it is wrong. But at the same time, Gigi is going back and forth, and people are saying that he needs to. Well, he has a right to stick up for himself, but
Yeah.
it's just going back and forth at this point. It's not really sticking up for yourself. It's just bickering
I think
online.
it, I think this is his way of sticking up for himself.
But is it really sticking? You're just going back and forth. It's not stopping. So how can it? It's not
Listen,
really
I would
sticking up for
do it.
yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he could. Honestly, you know what I want? I want the cat content. He promised us that in October that he was gonna get Martha and Lola on panel.
Mm.
So, that's but I mean, seriously though, it's just if I was in Monty's shoes, like I don't know if I would like let Gigi off, to be honest. Like the way Gigi or what his involvement in the harassment and bullying of Callie and Charlie Go
Mm-hmm.
disgusts me,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that I'm just like I don't. So like I don't have any sympathy for him when I mean, this is what he's put
Yeah.
out there of himself
Yeah.
and his behavior. So if he's okay with it, I don't think there's anything wrong with Monty saying this is inappropriate because I wouldn't want somebody like that, at, around my nieces and nephews or whomever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Children that I'm connected to.
So that sounds as if you're actually believing what Monty's saying, that, he is questionable. Is
Not
that right?
do I think Gigi would actually molest a child? But is
Mhm.
he acting inappropriately? Is it inappropriate jokes to like put a sex toy in and it's like it's not a real child, right? I get it. But I'm not saying that it's inappropriate. It's uncouth.
Okay,
And if
so I
Monty
would
wants to call it out, I'm not mad at it.
okay, so I'm gonna act a bit like devil's advocate here, although I
Mhm.
do have my own sort of biases, I guess. Um, this stream that was taken like we discussed it, I think, last week, where it was a group of gay men, they were all drunk and they were
Mhm.
acting inappropriately at some points. Okay, so I'd like you to imagine yourselves in that situation with, your besties. Okay, you've switched on the camera. There's only about 2 people watching, and you're messing about, you're being
Mhm.
stupid.
Mhm.
So I would say that if somebody in like 5 years time was to look at that and scrutinize it, they would find things that would possibly be
Oh,
inappropriate.
I'm sure. But there's some things that you don't joke about even when you're relaxed or having a good time or whatever. Like I would never put a sex toy in the image of a child's mouth. That's weird.
But okay, now putting it that way, if you put it that way, then it sounds awful. Okay, but let's look at the reality of what actually happened. Gigi was wearing a t-shirt which had a child on it with an open mouth. Okay, it was a picture. Okay, they were messing about and they did something inappropriate. Okay, yeah, it is inappropriate. But at the time, it doesn't mean that they actually went out, that they wanted to do that. I think people, I
But
think
why would
as
but even having that thought in your mind is not okay. Because
no, but
it shouldn't be okay to think of children in a sexual way. That's
of course it
disgusting.
isn't. Of course it isn't. But I would argue that was it a sexual way? I don't know. I mean, they were just messing about and being stupid. Bridge, what do you think, darling?
I can't say on this one because I didn't see that. I didn't see it, so I don't know the context or what happened or so I can't speak on that.
Yeah. I'm trying to put up people's comments to sort of help you along here. And there's some things you don't accuse people of without proof. It was the open mouth. Yeah. To be honest, I do think, yeah, I think I tend to think in the same way that Capone Boxer thinks. It wasn't sexualizing the child specifically. It
Because
wasn't.
from what I'm getting is they were just kind of just messing around, making the
Yeah.
stupid jokes.
See,
Yeah.
I
It
think
was yeah.
Lu Lucy Liu says it perfectly.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. It's a crude, inappropriate joke. It's a dangerous accusation to say someone would do that action in real life.
True.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
it was crude. It was inappropriate, but it wasn't, predatory. So,
I just
or
know that I've seen or, heard of enough stories of people who acted questionable and it was excused and it turns out that they were actually doing questionable.
Mhm.
yeah,
It
but
happened.
there's always gonna be that situation. But I think for Monty to keep on and on banging this at home for people, I think is wrong because he has no real
Well,
proof. He doesn't
but
know
he
what
al
was in those guys' minds.
he
It's
but
like
he also put up
sorry, go on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Monty also put up like some tweets of Gigi calling other people pedophiles, right?
Oh,
So
really?
it's yeah. So that's the thing where Monty's like, if this is so bad or so like unquestionable, why is he doing it?
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I just think it's like I said, I don't know whether it was in Wellness Wednesday or whether it was last Friday when
Mhm.
we went over this again, didn't we? And or originally, and I just think that you have to be of a certain mind to even consider that that is, you know, inappropriate. I'm sorry. I mean, two things don't make a right. But
Yeah, I agree.
what I'm trying to say is, if I was, I don't know. I think if I was in their presence when they did that, would I uh,
Mhm.
really think the same way that Monty's obviously thinking and that other people are thinking that, oh, you know, oh, does that mean you want to do this? Does that mean this? You know, that's the way your thought process is. I don't think I would look at it that deeply. And I think by Monty continuing to, you know, bring these situations to the fore, more and more people are thinking along those lines, or he's just attracting the people that do think along those
Yeah,
lines.
I think it's
Does
more
that
of the
make
I
sense?
latter.
just I just think you have to be really careful around children. So I get it. You know what I mean? Like, and it was
Oh,
inappropriate. So yeah, that's all.
okay. So Lucy says, tit for tat for accusations of child endangerment. Let's do better, people. I agree. Now,
Right.
I don't know a great deal about Gigi's past. I understand, you know, it's quite colourful and not in a good way. But does he really deserve this? Does he really deserve all these accusations and to have his story, um, you know, laid out in such a damaging way?
I think like in the what is it? What they say? The court of public opinion
Yeah,
is terrible, and I would say no. The people don't deserve something like that because, as your mama demonstrated, it could be disastrous.
yeah.
So on in that hand, like I totally get that this is something that surpasses like the internet and BS or whatever.
Mhm.
But Gigi is willingly like staying and slinging mud with Monty
Mhm.
as he's doing
Mhm.
this. He's going back and forth. He's not stopping
Yep.
like any engagement with him.
Yep.
So like Gigi's being
He's
a
keeping it.
willing
Yeah.
victim.
He's keeping it going. Is how I see it.
Hmm.
Mm. Oh, right. Is that what you think though? Instead of thinking, oh well, he's just, you know, trying to sort of what's the word? Defending himself.
I don't.
Where does it go from defending yourself to playing tit for tat? I'm gonna go silent because I'm gonna have to put the cat in because she needs to come in. So if you
Okay.
want to just address that, where does it, you know, where is the border? Where is the boundary from being um someone defending themselves to somebody who is just keeping it going? Because I don't understand that.
Because I think basically, you know, when Monty came out with these accusations and stuff, okay, Gigi can speak on it. He can defend himself. He can tell what the truth is.
Hmm.
But then Monty is
Right.
he's still going. And now people are saying that this is endangering Gigi. This isn't right, and maybe defamation or whatever it is. Then you got to take it a step further. Stop speaking on it, stop engaging, and get other people involved, whether it be YouTube or
Twitter.
take it the legal route.
Right.
You know,
Well, and Sasha said, did Monty show receipts? He did. He played the video. He put up the Twitter screenshots. You know, whatever he had to say about Gigi, he had it. He said it, or he showed it. So it's not, like the use of the word pedophile. Like I think that's where it's like, or predator, or whatever it is. Like that is like attaching something to him that is really unshakable. I get that.
mhm.
But the fact that Monty's calling out inappropriate behavior and he's showing receipts, yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
Gigi shouldn't go live anymore about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so are
If I
we
was
all thinking that the best course of action for Gigi is just to ignore everything that Monty's saying now and not to respond to his allegations that he puts on the screen? I mean, is
I,
that what you would do?
I wouldn't say ignore it, but handle the situation behind the scenes. You don't have to
Mhm.
speak on it.
Mhm.
I would say ignore it because I feel like Monty wouldn't be doing this if he wasn't
Yeah.
engaging.
Yeah.
I
You
think
want to
that would did it.
Okay, so this is what Krista says. You want to roast each other, then you're equally responsible. My issue is when you start putting labels on people with no proof. That could seriously have negative effects in real life. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, that's what I believe is what's happening. I don't see
Mhm.
that anything that Monty is producing is enough evidence
Well, I
to
think it
prove
started with the
what he's
whole
saying.
the CP folder, right? And he was
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
"Oh, I was like," he was like, "It just had a picture of a man," or like just that phrasing. That was the foundation for it, and like it just goes to his inappropriate jokes and stuff. Like,
I mean, but the whole CP thing, he Gigi misspoke. He corrected himself, and now what Monty is saying about the whole CP thing, or what he had been saying, is based on a lie.
hmm
Yeah.
well, you shouldn't be playing around like that on the internet.
Yeah, but I heard that he didn't even open it. I heard that
He
it was
didn't.
somebody else that opened it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But it
But
wasn't
people are
even a
still
folder.
running.
It wasn't even a folder. There's no folder that was labeled PC. Nobody opened anything.
Yeah.
Oh, a
Gigi had
trash out.
misspoke. Gigi misspoke and he corrected himself.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's who I heard. Cecil McFly opened it. So,
Hmm.
all these accusations are totally unfounded and incorrect.
Hmm.
Somebody else opened it. Um, but Monty's not gonna, that means nothing to Monty. He's still gonna carry on with what he's got to
Mhm.
say and, drag Gigi through the coals. And
Yeah.
if I was disappointed, sorry, if I was in that situation, and I was Gigi, I would certainly consider getting some form of cease and desist
Hmm.
because to be dragged through the coals for that is very damaging.
Yeah.
And especially as a gay man, we can't ignore the fact that, it's somebody accusing a gay man of being a PDF. Now, I've told the stories about it, of having friends who were persecuted because they were gay. Um, it's what happens
Then
in
he shouldn't
today's life, you
then
know?
he shouldn't be making those kind of jokes.
Yeah, but you can't police. Who are we to police what gay people do in the privacy of their own home? Even though they did put a camera on, but who are we to police how a group of gay men behave?
But listen, they can do whatever they want. I agree. But the fact that Monty wants to call it out, I'm gonna watch.
Hi, Krista.
Hello.
Right, so let's move on from here. Otherwise, we're still gonna, be talking about this specific thing. Can that be done in internationally? Oh yeah, I forgot because Monty's in Canada, isn't he? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
I don't
But
know.
then, who says it? Sasha says that Monty has dual citizenship.
Oh,
So
so yeah, it could do then. Yeah, because a
But
lot of
he has
Jamaicans,
American
a
citizenship?
lot,
I thought it was Jamaican and Canada.
yeah. A lot of Jamaicans have dual citizenship, actually. My brothers do. They're all like American. Even the one that lives over here, he's got
Where's
American
GG?
citizenship. Sorry?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay.
Right, so let's get on to this anyway. It's been like half an hour and we still haven't got to this. So what I wanted to do was have a look at what shall we do? Shall we play? Right, let me think now. Now, Yomama was trying to liken the same situation between Monty and this guy. Okay, Monty and Gigi and this guy and all the people that were coming for him, which ended in the unthinkable. Now, I understand that, and I totally agree that we don't know, if you're attacking somebody all the time, you don't know the state of their mental health. And so, yeah, I actually agreed with everything he said on that. Now, what I didn't like was when he then tried to, what he did, turned it around to the situation that I have with Hussy. Now, I didn't like that because, in my opinion, the situation with Hussy has got nothing to do with either Gigi or this poor boy that ended his life. That was the
No, I
point
think it's the
that I thought
accusation of
that's
Hussy
wrong.
being a predator or being a pedophile.
I didn't say that. I never said that he was a PDF. I said
Okay.
he
Yeah,
was a
clarify it
predator.
for the people, Jan, because they don't know.
Right, okay. I did a video. I'm tired of going over it now, and I'm not
But
making.
your mama called you out. You got, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
I
he
am,
thinks
and I
that you,
will,
yeah.
and I will respond to it. Now, the reason why me calling Hussy a predator has nothing to do with what happened with this poor boy, and also what's happened with Gigi is because when I called that man a predator, I was referring to how he treats the people who support him, who are predominantly women. That's what
Right.
that is the difference. I didn't call the man a PDF. I called him a predator because he shows predatory behavior towards some of the women that are in his memberships. That only really comes to the fore, only really shows up when he falls out with those women or when those women pull back from him. But I've even, on the videos I did, and people need to go and watch it if they don't know what I'm talking about. The predatory behavior that Hussy shows is akin to birds of prey, in which, and I did a long community post about it, and I stand by every word I said.
I think, Jan, that the
Alright.
problem is that people see that one word predator or
Yeah.
predatory behavior, but then they don't read everything that you put up.
Yeah.
Like, because you put a lot of text in your videos, and so I have to pause the video because it's a lot going on. Let me pause it and let me actually read it. And I don't think that a lot of people do that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And that's why I thought, you know what? I'll go over it one more time here today with, while I'm responding to Yomama, and also to explain why I feel the same way. And I did contact Yomama. I DM'd him and I explained to him how I was disappointed in, not only his stance on it, but also that he's likening it to this sad case here. No, I don't like that. So that's why I'm responding here. It's my channel. I'm allowed to do so. And also I did invite Yomama on to, so that we could discuss it. He doesn't want to come on. I don't think he wants to come on to discuss it. And that's fair enough.
Well,
You know?
I
Um,
think he's busy this weekend too, because he mentioned
yeah,
that
it's his
they're
wife's
having a huge
birthday,
party.
isn't it? I hope she has a great
Yeah.
birthday. Um, yeah, I know. And listen, I was, I was I suppose disappointed in
Mhm.
how Yomama reacted. I don't like being told off, especially on a public forum, and especially
Mhm.
about something that isn't true. So he did respond to me, Barley, yeah, and we sort of leave it. We'll leave it. We're not going to fall out
Mhm.
about it, but I did unfollow him, and I did. I'm no longer a member, and the reason for that is something a bit different. It's that you know I can't support anybody that thinks Hussy's behaviour
Mhm.
is okay. I just can't. Whether
Mhm.
it's Yo Mama, whoever, I just can't support you in that way. Um, but with hopefully
I
that
don't think
doesn't
he's
mean
seen
anything to
it.
Joe Mama. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything
Mhm.
to him. I'm old enough to be his mum, you know, but I will speak on it. And yeah, I just can't. And the way he plays um the way he plays the
Those
Hussy
Fifi videos.
videos at the
Mhm.
end, it's like, ugh, it's just, what are you doing, man? And
Mm.
I've come to the conclusion that, your mama just sees it all as a joke. Well, it's all
Yeah.
well and good seeing it as a joke, but you're not having this ape screaming abuse, not only at you, but at your family, you
Mhm.
Right.
know? So yeah, so I've taken a step back from him, but I'll probably still go in and say a few things. But yeah, I'm just no, and I can't. Anyone that supports the way that Hussy treats other people, I can't get behind. Plain and simple. Anyway, so let's have a look at what happened. Now, as I said to Yo Mama in the DMs, um, I didn't want to derail his chat. I didn't want to speak on Hussy in there. But let's
Mhm.
have a look here. I don't know how to make this bigger. Bridge, do you know how I can zoom in on the chat, or is that okay there?
I
Let's
think it's
see.
fine.
Is that okay? Right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
So let's look over here. So I've gone back as far as I can. Right, 13 minutes in. So the first one, oh, there's Edna. Um, so if you look here, you'll see the first time, I think here, I think this was when Yo Mama was actually addressing the Monty thing. So the first thing I said was Monty has shown his true self lately. Okay,
Mhm.
so then we're sort of chatting about that. Mona V is in there. Jan's views. Monty has always been this vile. I never knew he was this bad, but he really is. Okay, so I had no idea just how evil he was, and that's true. I didn't know how
Mm.
vile he was. And then there's Edna sending me hearts. Um, right then, so I'm saying hi back to Edna. Right, okay, so now we're gonna have to move up a bit. This is gonna be fun. Please work for me. Um, right. I I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Right, there's hi Edna again. Right, and then I think this was when Yo Mama, yeah, because you can see he's changed the picture here. This is when Yo Mama then starts likening my situation with Hussy to this poor guy, okay? And also with what's going on with Gigi. So I put in the chat, Hussy should not be compared with Gigi.
Can we
And
see what your mama was saying since I
yeah,
haven't seen it?
okay, let's do that then. Okay.
That's why I'm trying to warn you now. Kill the shit, bro.
Can you hear it?
If you want to go
Yeah.
at Gigi for being a nasty person or doing something to Charlie Gold or whatever, that's fine. If you want to roast the man for whatever reason or his looks or whatever, that's fine too. But the pedophile shit gotta stop. It gotta end. The whole bringing the kids in and all that shit gotta stop, gotta end, because it's nasty, dog.
Right. So by saying that, he's addressing, I believe, he's starting to address me and Hussy. So he's saying the paedophile stuff has got to stop. The bringing the kids stuff has got to stop. Okay. One thing Yomama has got wrong there is that I have not called Hussy a PDF. A predator is a completely different thing. And I've also explained why I've called him that by his behavior. So I think this bit sort of, yeah, it got my goat a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But fair enough. Yomama was making a point, you know, and it was a valid point. But he'd got something very wrong. And the thing that he'd got wrong was lumping me in with calling someone a PDF. That's wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Now your audience might be rooting you on and pumping you up on that shit, but as soon as it gets bad for you, those people aren't going to be there for you. Trust me. They're going to run for the fucking hills. They're going to act like they didn't have a clue who you were, because that's what happened to the people that did this to this guy. They ran for the hills. That person. Go ahead.
But tragically, his father has confirmed.
I don't want to watch that because it's really sad. So
Yeah.
a bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. So at this point, Hussy has come on. Okay, in the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. First thing he says, Jan, you should be locked up. Okay. And then did I answer him? And I put, so should you, Hussy. And then he's come back, Jan, for what? So he wants me to say something that I can, you know, get in trouble with or for. And then underneath that, he's put, Jan, keep it up. That's all I have to say. Okay. So I responded with same, hustler. Okay. And then he's put, Jan, get help. Okay, I want to. And then I put again, same, hustler. Okay. Right. Okay, let's carry on. Oh, we need to look at the chat. Let's see. Is there anything? Are you upset? What's this? Are you upset about what Yomama said, or that he did it to you publicly? A bit of both, really. But then, as I say, you know, he's a creator. We were in his chat. He's got a right to respond. So yeah, yeah.
Well, he did the same thing to Bally. I don't know if Bally, if you heard, he answered you publicly in the stream.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he did. He did come for Bali as well.
What?
He said
What he say?
he said the reason why he won't have Bali in her chat, in his chat, is because she speaks badly about Breezy's parenting, which I thought was a bit okay. It's his choices though, isn't it? Oh, okay, there's Bali. So Bali's saying, also with me, he says Breezy is a good mother, but I have the right to say she is not. Oh, but you don't have the right to say she's not, because one can see she is daily on the internet and for 6 years sober, and then she uses them. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Bally's so funny. She said she did a video, but nobody looks at her videos. I like your videos, Bally. I feel like I'm right there with you.
Right. Now, this here is the problem. This is one of the problems. The word predator still has a negative connotation to it. Of course it has. And so it should have. If somebody preys on somebody else, of course it's going to have a negative connotation. But it doesn't mean to say that it's a sexual connotation. That's the difference.
Right.
Right. So as Sasha says, Jan means more. He's a hustler. What's that? Oh, okay. People's money, she meant. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. And also because of, I think the thing that solidifies it in my mind is the way he treats the people after they have helped him out. I think, you know, the way he just devours them is very predatory. The whole package sums up exactly what a predator does. And it doesn't mean that he's a sexual predator. People need to bloody educate themselves. I'm telling you. They really do.
So I'm
It's
looking up
ridiculous.
the definition. I'm looking up the definition of predator. The first
Uh-huh.
one deals with
Thank you.
animals that preys on others. The second one says a person who ruthlessly exploits others.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go. So, yeah, predator is so close, maybe too close to that. No, it isn't. Not necessarily. You could say, right, you could start a new job and there's a guy at the job who is really like, you know, you get the feeling that he fancies you and he just won't leave you alone. Okay, he's just like, and you know, he keeps sort of finding things to attract your attention, and then you're as much as you're trying to avoid him, you can't get out of his clutches because, like, you know, say you're both smokers, so you both go out, and every time you go out to have a cigarette, out he comes again. Now, you could call that man a predator, but it doesn't mean to say that it's sexual. Do you get it? It's like I can't understand that I have to keep explaining it. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get that, but knowing where we are and how things get round with you have to be very clear. I was very clear with my words. That's why I did the videos, Lucy. You know, and I can't. This is the last time I'm going to speak on it. And if he wants to contact my local police, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Join the list of all the doctors that the police have got, because I'm sure
Jen,
there's a file.
You know, I had to do this paper yesterday about conversations and like conflict and conversations and stuff like that. I wrote about you.
Oh, did
Because
you?
they was talking about, yes, they was talking about like rules and conversations. They said look at a relationship that you have with a person and how people interact with them. And one of the things I said for you was that, you know, if you have your mind made up, it's made up. There's no going back on it. No going back on it. You have to, like, if you disagree, yeah, she'll listen to what you have to say, but still, she has her mind made up and there's no changing it.
Do you know, that is so true? And I used to argue about that. I used to be like, no, I'm not like that. But I think I am. I've had so many people say it.
But that's what I admire about you, Jen.
You say, yeah, I do stand my ground. I have to say, I do. Right, let's get back to this. So then we've got, shall we play it then and see what else is? So, as I say, Hustler has entered the fray, okay? And it's just like he's saying things and I'm just saying same Hustler and blah, 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 blah. Okay. But that's as far as it's gone. But what you have to notice, which I feel fuels it, is the other people that come to support him. This is important to realize it. Bridge, there's another bit where when I was reading up on the word predator, there's another bit that says, you know, especially like in the bird community, and I think also in communities on YouTube, these predators have other people in their what can I say, how can I put it, in their community, if you like, that also hunt together. It's very much a
Excuse me.
pack mentality, and it's
Excuse me,
so right.
Jan.
Yes, darling.
It appears that Hussy would like to come up.
Oh no, I don't want him up here. No, he honestly, he makes my skin crawl. I've given him many opportunities to speak, and it's not going to happen. No, I've
Okay.
been on panels with him before. I don't want him on the panel. I don't want him to sully my panel with his with his appearance. Go on everybody else's panel, Hussy, and say, you know, spout your venom. I'm not interested. Okay, I'm really not. Anyway, so then we go down to Jan, get help, and I put same hustler. Right, so let's play this.
Are you calling that man a predator? Stop the shit.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what dictionary, what definition. I understand where we people see where you're trying to go with that. It's very close to this.
Wait a
Stop.
minute.
Listen, so Yomama not doing his homework.
Exactly.
So he says that we see that where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that he actually sees it, or that's in his mind?
I think it's in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. Because at no point did I indicate that. And in my videos, I also I may have to play the video in a bit. You know, even in the video, I said, and I think I said it on the last Drama Friday, I've never used it, and I never used the term in a PDF way because I wasn't talking about, you know, sexually. And I think it's a shame that so many people seem to do that, you know.
Yeah, because I think you even supported Hussy in a way with DC saying it, right?
No, I've never supported Hussy.
No,
I would never support that person ever.
Okay, that's sorry, too strong of a word. Sorry.
No.
You know what? I've popped into Hussy streams and he's playing like the disco music, and it's a little bit of a vibe, Jan. I don't know.
What?
So
okay, so Lucy is ignoring everything I've said. It walks a fine line, Jan. I'm sorry. I'm educated and I disagree. Have a look at the dictionary, darling. Just like Bridget has done. Okay. Have a look at the dictionary.
I'm also looking at this. It says, how do you spot a predatory person? They have jealous and controlling behavior. It says they may keep a close eye on a victim's social media accounts, private life, and daily activities. In some cases, predators may appear to lack social connections. Additionally, they may disregard social boundaries. There's a point at which a predator becomes controlling.
Thank you. Now, Lucy, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Because that is exactly what I was talking about. Okay. So, yeah, you can twist it all around as much as you like. Oh, no, well, Jan meant this. No, Jan didn't mean that. Jan's an educated lady, okay, whether you like it or not. I used to teach English. I used to play games with my kids about, we had a Webster dictionary. Oh, my God, it was so thick, guys. I loved it. And we used to play a game every evening called Synonyms and Anonyms. And I would find a word and get the kids to tell me what the synonym was for it and what the anonym was for it. And yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. So yeah.
I was going to say that I think that, okay, people have this connotation of what the word predator means, and they may be taking it sexually or may try to equate it to a PDF or whatnot. But at the same time, when you are explaining what you mean, people should take that. They should understand that.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, I think I'm very fair because I think and that's why when I do compile these videos, which are edited, when I do compile them, I make sure to explain things. I explain absolutely everything for people to understand that I'm not just being hateful. I'm not just talking out of my backside. But you're still going to get people that don't, you know, that don't agree, that think, no, she means this. No, Jan's always had a hate boner for Hussy. Jan's this. No, that's not it at all. I would never have called him something that I didn't believe he was. And as I've said, I said it, I think on Twitter the other day, I choose my words very carefully. I've always been a wordsmith. I love words. I love the English language. And there are certain words, especially in this neck of the of the internet, that are associated with certain behaviors. Now, that's not my fault if when I use a word in one way, you imply it in another way. That's not my
Right.
fault. Okay.
Mhm.
I can do a video, I can explain it. If you don't choose to watch that, then the onus is on you. It's not on
Yeah.
me. Ed, Bridge, I've just got to ask you, did you see his latest offering?
Who?
Hussy's.
Oh,
No.
he told you to shut up and study.
Oh yeah. Somebody sent me a screenshot of that. And I'm just
Oh.
like, well, dude, I've been doing my study streams. I mean, what's going on?
You know, I'm gonna get on it because I need to take my continuing education for my tax certification. So I'm gonna be in there with you, girl.
Yeah, I didn't have the chance to come in today, darling. I'm actually compiling another video, and it's taken a while, and I have to keep taking time out. But yeah, hopefully I'll have that up over the weekend. But it's got nothing to do with Hussy. Ugh, no. Anyway, let's carry on then.
See, stop talking about that woman's children. I don't give a fuck if her children don't see her. Don't.
So where's this coming from? Sorry, I just took a puff. So okay, so Yomama. He's like, stop talking about her children. I don't care if she sees her children or doesn't see her children. What?
Where has he been? You have Sunday roast
information from,
right? He doesn't know.
It's like, come on, Yomama, stop it.
He was taking a break.
So by him saying that, it then puts, you know, how can I put it? It then sort of hints at the notion that perhaps I don't get on with my kids.
Right.
Why? Why would he say that?
So you have a request in the chat too, Jan. Luna is asking to come up on panel. She's asked a couple of times too.
I don't know who Luna is.
I don't know either.
No,
What are
I'm
your
not
credentials,
one of
Luna?
Hussey's lot coming in. I blame. Oh, what does this say? I blame people like Negs and Vagic for muddling that word to hell. Yes, that could have something to do with it. You know what I did yesterday? I actually put in Predator on YouTube, you know, in the thing, and there are people that actually use it in their titles, so it's not banned. And they are talking about you know, predator, what am I going to say? Human predators, because there are different types of predators, you know, but the behaviors are very similar. Behavior, you know, it's like in the animal world, a predator in the animal world works very similarly to a predator in the human world. So yeah, I don't want to get too tied down on this predator thing. I think I've said it 1,000 times. So anyway, so we're in the chat. I just want to keep an eye on this chat, okay? So I'm just saying same hustler. So I'm just bouncing it back. Okay, whatever he's saying, I'm just bouncing it back.
Life on shit like this over the internet. Y'all need to stop that shit. I don't give a fuck who started it, where it came from.
Okay, now that is where I think Yomama is wrong, because you need to know what is going on. Okay, don't treat me, and what I would say is don't treat me like I'm Hussy, because I'm nothing like that man. Nothing like him. So yeah, that sort of annoyed me a little bit.
What do you think of having Valley come up, to address your mama?
I don't really at this moment, Barley, because I want to focus more on this actual situation. But you can certainly come up. Maybe next week you can come up and we can discuss it. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, darling. because I'd like to sort of cover up what we're, cover what we're doing now. Okay, if that's okay. Right.
Stop. God damn. Jesus fucking Christ. You a grown-ass woman.
Right, so here we go. I'm a grown-ass woman. Yeah, I am. I'm old enough to be your mother. I'm old enough, I'm a grandmother. So what are we saying? What are we saying, Yomama? And this is the bit that I thought was unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you coming? Next he's going to say you should be sat at home knitting.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's like,
Look at Troll
okay,
Detective.
okay. Right, let's go back a bit so that we get it all.
I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, you get naughty too. Stop that predator shit. Take that shit
The
out of
way
your
you
vocabulary.
said naughty.
Throw it away. I don't care what you do with it. It's nasty.
Right, again, take it out. But Mama, you don't know what you're talking about. And this is why I wanted him to come on, because I wanted to explain it to him. I think, he's like so many other people that are immediately going to the sexual connotations. It's got nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it. Okay, that's why I'm responding. I did give him the chance to come up, but if he doesn't want to, then that's fine. So in the chat, we've still got Hussy coming for me. Jan, get help. Okay, all right, I'll get help.
Period. I don't want to hear no explanation. I don't want to hear no, you a grown-ass woman. Stop that shit. Same thing with Hussy. You a grown-ass man. Stop talking about her children. Period. Both of y'all. I don't know where the fuck y'all both come from. I don't give a fuck. Stop the bullshit. This is nasty. Shit is getting too deep. People are losing their life on shit like this over the internet. Y'all need to stop that shit. I don't give a fuck who started it, where it came from. Stop.
Right, now, I agree with him with the sentiments here that, he's running with, that, people do, commit not sure what word I'm allowed to say.
I think
Because of
unalive.
the internet. Oh, unalive. Okay.
Mhm.
And I do understand that, but I think the point I'm trying to make is that your mama got it wrong. And to speak to me like this and to even group me with people like that, I found offensive. I just found that offensive. So Luna, just wanted to share that people's minds always jump to child predator when they hear that word. I know. Whose fault is that though? That's not my fault. What's wrong with Yomama? He used to be fun. Now he's turned into a dictator. FFG telling his audience what to watch and what not. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's carry on. Keep an eye on the chat if you can.
Okay.
God damn. Jesus fucking Christ. You a grown-ass woman. Why are you calling that man a predator? Stop this shit. I don't give a fuck what dictionary, what definition. I understand where we people see where you're trying to go with that. It's very close to this. Stop. And Hussy, stop talking about that woman's children. I don't give a fuck if her children don't see her, don't know her, don't talk to her. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? That's their business.
Well, I do. I do actually. And I'm quite offended that it's saying that, it's making it sound as if what Hussy's saying is right.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not the way to do it, Yomama. You need to get your facts straight before coming for people. That's what I would say. Hi, Mona.
Especially since you put a lot into your family and in building your family. For someone to come around and to like poo-poo on that is like, I can 100% understand how fiercely you would want to defend that.
Yeah, of course I would. But then it's like with trying to explain, the thought process behind the word I used. People don't want to hear that. They just want to, they've made their mind up. That's that. It's like, yo, mama, right? I'm not interested in what you've got to say. I'm not interested in what he's done to you and she's done to him and blah, 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 blah. Just stop. No, you can't do that, yo, mama. You can't do
Right.
that. It's like if you've got two children fighting in a school environment, okay, at first, the first thing you want to do is separate them. Okay, yeah, that's the right thing to do. That's what the police would do as well. But then you have to listen to both sides. Okay. Because otherwise, you're going to send the two of them off with the same hurt feelings that they had. You can't do that. You can't just say, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't be fighting, end of, which is what sadly does happen in certain schools. I've seen it myself. So, but it's not the right way to deal with it. What your mama should have, well, what he should have done, I don't know. He's obviously got it the wrong way, and I'm just responding to him. Okay.
Well, you know what? I think he has it the correct way for him because I think what he did when this situation came around, he dropped it. He let it go and he didn't engage with it. And I think he's calling Monty out like, you know, he dressed up for Monty for Halloween, right? So there's some level of something right there. So I think he's trying to like honestly look out for him. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, but in doing so, he's accusing me of something that I haven't done. That's the thing. And that's why
That's true.
in that situation, if he'd, you know, if it was in public, say, and we were sort of stopped in the street, one of us would be taken off somewhere and the other one would be taken off somewhere else. And then I would be given the opportunity to say exactly what I meant by using that word. By Yomama responding in this way, he's taken that away from me.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's what I told him in the, I mean, I wrote quite a lot in the DM, and, you know, and I just said I'm really disappointed because I expected better from you. That's what I said to him, you know, but then, yeah, you know, and I don't want to sound mean, but does Yomama have the capability to understand that? Truly, because I don't know, you know.
Jen, I would hate to hear you being mean, girl. That cut.
And I'm not even trying to cut him. I'm just saying, you know, there's sometimes you just have to realize that someone's not going to
I mean,
understand what you're trying to say. What did you say, Edna?
I hear you. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I hear you.
Yeah. So getting back to the chat here, right? Hussy's still like, Jan, get help, and I'm just bouncing back with same hustler. And then we get Mr. Victim. Okay. Now he's gonna switch on the victim. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
She won't stop. She's relentless. Okay.
Wow.
So let's see what else goes on. All right.
It's not yours, it's their business. And I hate this whole, well, she said this about me, so I'm gonna say this about her. He said this about me. She go low, I'm gonna go lower. I don't come on. We grown ass people. Stay being entertaining, stay being funny. You can still have drama without having to call people's names like predator and pedophile. We don't need to do that. These people, I mean, you watching this story right here, this should just motivate you to change. Watching what happened to this guy on TikTok, watching him lose his life and his family coming to his door to save him, that should change everything.
Yeah, it should. But what I would answer to your mama is, I don't need to change. You know, I put up an explanation on why I considered his behavior to be such a way. Now, all he does is hurl abuse at me, my daughter. Anything he can say to hurt me, he will say. And it's the same with so many other women. in this community. It's the same with Bridget. What's Bridget done to him?
Right.
That's what I said.
And
Yeah.
he's done two videos where all he's done is scream abuse at people. So I think the thing that I mainly object to Yomama here is that he is trying to put me in the same group of society as Hussy. And there's no way I am anywhere near that animal. No way. And then, you know, and also we have to remember that Yomama actually thinks that Hussy is funny. Yomama will play a piece of footage where Hussy is saying, F you and F your daughter. You do this. She's been this since she came out of your coochie and she did it, right?
You know what, Jan? I'm sorry. I kind of think it's a little funny.
Well, I don't. I don't.
I know. I understand.
You know, I just don't
But
think that's
sometimes
funny.
it's funny.
Okay. Well, each to
I
their
think
own.
that you probably would think differently, Edna, if it was directed towards you.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're close to your grandma. You imagine if somehow, you know, you've spoken about your grandma before, and then all of a sudden you've got somebody like
I
Hussy
wish a mother.
screaming obscenities at you and your grandma. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just don't do that, man. You just don't do
That's
it.
true.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior.
I'm still working
How
on
you
myself,
talk about
y'all.
somebody as far as labeling them something. That should change it. Period.
Keegan's mask, AJ then offers to start doing some editing work for Inquisitor 3, which he accepts. But
Right, I don't want to listen to that, but I'm going to look over here. So we've gone on to, oh, she won't stop. She's a relentless. I didn't put the other word. So I put hustler, like D, Bridget, Vidal, and Sherry. Okay, because I want him to remember, well, not that it make any shred of difference to him, but these women are all the people that have suffered because of Hussy. And this is where, you know, it's not funny. It's not funny. I don't see anything funny in that man. I was friends with D at that time. And I used to FaceTime. We used to FaceTime her, me, and Carsten all the time. And there were times when she said things to me that broke my heart because I couldn't believe that some man on the internet could be so hateful. You know what he used to do? He used to face, and this is part of what I tried to explain in the predatory behaviors. A lot of predatory people, especially online, will encourage parasocial relationships. And this is what Hussy does. Okay. He encourages it. So he's been friends with all these people. Okay. I can't see it at the moment. Yeah. Like Dee, Bridget, Vidal, and Sherry, and others, right? He's been friends with them. He's cultured that. He's wanted that. And they have sent him money. Dee sent him hundreds for that Mac. Hundreds and hundreds for that Mac. Okay. Now, when she pulled away, he was so hateful to that woman. He did what he does to me now. He does like he gets a close up of he gets a picture and he gets in as close as he possibly can and just calls you a monster. Okay, calls you an animal,
Wow.
calls you this, calls you that. That's what he does, and he does that to women. Okay, so this is what I feel that Yomama needs to listen to. Okay, instead of laughing how funny. Oh, isn't he funny calling people this? Isn't he funny that he's so gross? No, he's not funny because these people, the irony of Yomama watching this and trying to equate it to me and Hussy is ridiculous, especially when you realize that he should be equating it to D or to Sherry or to Bridge or the other one, Fidel. That's who he should be equating it to. Don't bring me in on this. Okay, these are the women. I'm not speaking for you, Bridge. I'm talking about D. Okay, and I think also Sherry is in the same situation. Okay, these women. Oh, I mean, I can't even put into words. I used to FaceTime with D, and she was sobbing. And she'd be like, I don't know what to do, Jan. I don't know what to do. And I'd be like, listen, just don't respond to him because that's what he wants. He wants you to keep responding. He feeds off that. And that's what he wants me. That's what he wants to do with me. But you know what? I'm not gullible. I'm not vulnerable. What I will do is every time he threatens me or my daughter, I will blast it all over Twitter. I will get all the clips of him calling us disgusting names. And I will tag not only YouTube, Twitter, but also the New York Police Department. Because I found somebody has sent me which precinct it is. And I will send that to them. And if I have to do it on a daily basis, I will do it. Because I'm not letting this man get away with what he does. It's disgusting. So all these people that sit and laugh at him, yeah, no, there's nothing funny. Nothing funny about him. And the way he manipulates people in here is like, you know, oh, she won't stop. I won't stop what? I won't stop responding. Same, Hussy. That's all I was saying. Same. I wasn't threatening him at all. And then somebody put here, I can't find it now. Right, okay. Why do people have to low-key threaten? I wasn't threatening. So it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to play these games. And I'm definitely not playing tit for tat with that evil person. No way.
Believing she is an adult. Once AJ started doing edits for Inquisitor
Let's
3,
move this on a
she
bit.
teased
It's just like calling somebody like fat or something, you know? It's nasty. But I just wanted to show that because I want that shit to stop, man. Shit's nasty.
Yeah, we all want
Monty,
it
if
to
you want to
stop.
drag Gigi, drag him. But you don't have to label him a pedophile. You don't have to label him, oh, he likes children. He beats up on kids. You don't have to do that nasty shit that you're doing. And you can stop it now.
And I agree with Yomama there. As I said earlier on in the stream, I don't think, I think it's disgusting what Monty's doing. I really do. I think it's evil. Bloody evil what he's doing. I've known people, I've known gay men to get beaten to like, an inch of their life purely because they're gay. So yeah, it's I can't condone what he does. And I know, maybe Gigi has got a bad past. Well, talk about that, Talk about the other things he's done. Just don't paint him as this bloody paedophile when you've got no real solid proof of it. And if you have, then send it all off to the police. This is what I don't understand. If Monty is that convinced, why hasn't he contacted the police in Florida?
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, I've called Hussy, and I fully believe that he shows predatory behavior. And if it comes to it, I will send it to his police department with complete trust in my beliefs, because that's what I believe. But and
Yeah.
I don't understand why, if Monty truly believes this and he's got all this information, why is he just not sending it over? It's easy to contact anyone in the world now, you know. I could send files over. I could, and I may well do. If Hussy doesn't stop, I'll probably email them and just send all the hateful videos he's put out and all the times he's come for me and my looks and my kids, and I will do that. What is the saying? Don't be reactionary, be active, or something like that. And I'm a great believer in that, and I will do that. I'm not going to react to him anymore. I've done what I've said what I needed to say. And if people don't believe that, then that's entirely, that's not my fault. Right, so let's go back here. So after I've said about Dee and Bridget and Sherry, okay, I think he moved on to talking about people reproducing. Let's see.
You don't have to stop it later. That shit, everything you said in the past, you can end it. You can be a good creator and come up and say, you know what, my bad, I took this shit way too far.
But I haven't.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
And even if you did, I don't think it would even work with Hussy.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
Like I made a whole video, a 10-minute video talking about look, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. I'm not trying to engage with you. And still today he makes another video about me.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you opened up the lines of communication with him. You said, look, you've got my number. If you want to talk to me, I'm here. It's more than I would do. I wouldn't do that, not with him. I would do it with, say, Yomama, or with, either of you guys. There's certain people that you could do it with. But I mean, with Hussy, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Scream at you down the phone? There's just no point. Right, so let's carry on.
I threw it. I went way too far with it. My fault. I don't want nothing to happen to that guy. I don't want anything to happen to. I don't hate that guy that much. There's too much hate going around it. It's too much hate going on around here. It's crazy. Like, y'all act like y'all know each other.
See, what point is that? What point is that?
Because we're all just strangers on the internet. He's right. It's like y'all taking it too seriously.
In my opinion, Hussy and Negs are similar in that they have a very inflated opinion of what their entertainment is worth and what people owe them. That's a really good point, Krista. That's a really good point. And that reminds me of when I was reading up about predatory things. I also, going back to the mental health conversation we had the other day, because I believe that Hussy definitely has something going on there. Okay. No, I'm not diagnosing him, but in the narcissistic realm, do you know there's such a thing as a predatory narcissist?
No.
Okay. What I would do is suggest you read it. Okay. After you've read it, come back to me and tell me who you think may well be a predatory narcissist. It's very much, this is what Krista has reminded me of. It's these certain people have a very inflated opinion of themselves and what their entertainment is worth. Okay. I'm not going to go on about it because I don't want to come across as a teacher. Done. Done. Right. So let's. Right. Okay. Look, carry on.
Act like y'all touching and hold y'all don't know each other from a can of paint.
That point is irrelevant. That's totally irrelevant. You don't need to, in this day and age, you don't need to physically be with somebody in order to have an argument, or you don't need to be physically together in order for somebody to hurt you.
I don't
So
think he means it like you need to be in person. It's just like how involved is it that it's so serious that it affects your real life? Like
uh,
what I do online in the relationships is like totally different. It has totally different weight than my relationship, like my friends. Like in real life. I don't know. It is different,
yeah, of
you know?
course it is. Of course it is. But I think Yomama trying to say it in this context doesn't make sense to me because you know, when you've got somebody who constantly insults you and you know, just is hateful, you can be just as hurt by that. You can also choose not to look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's something that I do. I can't be bothered, you know. But
Right.
when I know that I'm going to be doing a video on somebody or I'm going to be speaking on somebody, then I do have to watch because otherwise, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, mama.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's carry on.
Mhm.
This is the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want nobody to hurt themselves.
No.
And that's why in the chat, I gotta say, when Just Breezing hit me up in the DMs,
Oh, here we
when
go.
she hollered at me and she said some of the words I said about, she claimed that I said about her
Holiday?
kids hurt her.
Oh no.
I didn't go, man, fuck you. I'm gonna keep going. No, I said, you know what? My fault.
Mm-hmm.
I was a real ass motherfucker.
Yeah, you were. Okay, so the bit.
Oh, let me go. If I can interrupt you, because he was talking about, you guys don't know each other. You guys don't need to know each other from a can of paint and stuff like that. But at the
Uh-huh.
same time, he forgets about when Negs was talking about his friend that had
Yeah.
passed away, and it
Oh,
hurt
that's
him.
right. That's
It
what
hurt.
yeah.
Yes,
It hurt
yeah.
him.
That's the
So
thing,
yeah.
you see. And I think for Yo Mama to sort of, I don't want to say he's sitting on his high horse. It's his, you know, it's his channel. He can run it the way he
Mhm.
wants. But I think, you know, he needs to be careful. And, you know, don't, you know, I don't like people accusing me of things that I've not done, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that was my biggest thing from him. And do you know what? Even in the DM I sent him, excuse me, I didn't even go into that because I thought, Jan, there's no point. There's no point in explaining that to him because I think I know where his head is, and that's him. You know, I just sort of have to accept that that is him. That is Yo Mama. But you know, as a creator myself, I can respond to that, and you know, and I will. Um,
I think we should give your mama some credit because honestly, I thought it was a very good stream. Like I like that he kind of stood on a principle. He brought the video and quite I don't agree with 100%, but for him to kind of speak on it, to kind of say like, hey, I don't agree with this or that, it's perfectly fine.
mhm. There was something else I was going to touch on, and I can't remember
Sorry.
what it was now. Okay. Um. Oh, that's
Maybe the
interesting.
chat with Jack. Yeah.
Um. Right. So I'm not gonna to and fro with this animal, but what I might do is just go over. Right. Stop that. Is just go over a bridge. You've not seen the video that he gave to you. Um. Do you want to review it together, or you'd rather
Oh,
not?
that sounds good.
As it's Drama Friday. It's Drama Friday.
Friday. Hey.
Drama Friday. Da, da, da. What do you reckon?
I guess go ahead. Go.
No
I'm
pressure.
dropping you right in it, girly. Or what we can do is just go over your video. I'll leave that up to you. Do you want to go over the Hussy is mad one? I'm quite happy to go over that one. Or do you want to go over the other one where he's just
Yeah.
screaming out the window? Maybe we won't go over that one.
Yeah, let's not give him any airtime.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to give him any airtime. So I think it might be quite because I love it when Bridget's just sat there looking all comfy in her room and talking a lot of sense.
I'm like
Which
so jealous. She's vaping. I'm still not.
I know she's just chilling.
Yeah,
You know
this
that,
looks so relaxed,
and I love
so
it. And she
pretty.
talks a
This
lot of
looks effortlessly.
sense. Oh no, it makes me sick. Anyway, before we do that, we're going to have a quick break, guys, because I need to get a drink. And then we're going to go over Bridge. Bridge, maybe I see. Okay. See you in a second, guys. Okay, let's move on. This is I enjoyed this. Bridge, how do you stay so calm? Anyway, let's do this. Give us a shout if you want to stop to sort of embellish on anything.
Mhm.
But this was Bridget's video in response to the Hussy monster.
Hey guys, so I'm doing what I hope to be a very quick video just to address Hussy, because I guess he did a live stream on me and Jan talking about how obsessed we were about him. I don't want you, Hussy.
This is what makes me laugh when people like him say, "Oh, you're obsessed with me. You're
Mhm.
obsessed." And it's like, no.
Like,
If I was
I told my dad about him, and like I told him about how he was yelling for me and you to come up on his panel that the other day and stuff. And my dad just started laughing, like, "Oh, he really thinks he's important, doesn't he?"
Mm, that's what it is, isn't it? When people say that, they actually believe that they're important
Mhm.
when the reality is far from that. Absolutely.
And how did this all begin? How did this all begin? Jan's Views made a video about Hussy called Happy Hussy Halloween with Jan's Views on her channel. I'll link it below. I watched the video. It was about 26 minutes. I watched the video in bed, watching the video. Left a comment. Let me show my comment. I said, I think Hussy is really lonely because any regular person would go out with his friends to celebrate. He was celebrating his court victory, so he calls it. I said, although he may have real life acquaintances, I don't think he has any close friends he can turn to, hence firing up a live stream anytime he wants to hang out. That was my comment. Also with this, I guess Sherry, who used to be one of his online friends, a supporter of his, she goes on to say, I emailed him with screenshots from my GoFundMe site because Hussy says that he is going to give all the money back that people gave him for the GoFundMe for the lawyer. So she said she emailed him, so he better send my money. Send me my money, but honestly, Jan, I don't see him sending me anything. He'd rather make fun of me. I'm blocked on Twitter, so I only knew he showed my emails. Friends sent me the screenshots, and I replied, "Update us on whether he sends you the money back. I'm really curious to see if he will." I was curious. So from that, and I guess Jan's video where she was talking about him, he's really upset. I have not watched his video. I have no interest in watching his video. I don't know if he wants to have beef with me. I don't know. But from the way it was told to me, he was saying a whole bunch of vile things, quote, vile things. Basically saying that, again, I was obsessed with him and Vidal's going to be doing videos on me. He knows stuff that's been told to him about me. What else did he say that was told to me? Oh, and that I got kicked out of his community.
Do you know what? I have to butt in here because yesterday on one of my videos, this person arrived called Rampage, and she was like saying a whole pack of stupidness, to be honest. And one of the things she said was, I
Oh,
wasn't
a
gonna
whole pack.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but she put something like, "Oh well, you've been kicked out of so many communities." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm interested. Which communities? How many
Uh-huh.
have I been kicked out of?" So she came back with 5.
Oh, okay.
So I said, "Oh, that's interesting. Pray tell me which communities they are, you know." And she then went, what did she say? Hussies, DCs, Negses, Hannibals, Montys, and yeah, that's 5. So honestly, I was laughing. I thought I've got to play with this person because this person is just so stupid.
I didn't
So
even know that you
anyway,
were in. I didn't even know that you were in Nexus and Monty's community and Hussy's community. I didn't even know you were there.
I know, exactly. Sorry, I've been hiding. Sorry, I've been hiding these things. Anyway, so I said, you know what? I said, I can't remember word for word what I said, but I laughed at it. And I said, you know, the thing you don't realize is that there are people out here, you know, on YouTube that actually don't need a community to make themselves feel good about themselves or to make them feel like there's somebody. You know, some of us just do our own thing and communities may react to us, but we're not actually part of being, you know, of a community. And I think, you know, just hearing you say that, Bridget, it just reminds me of the mentality of a lot of these people that they can't believe that we're not in a community. It's like, and it just makes me laugh. It's like, how weak must you be that you need a community to validate your
Well,
online existence? I
I
think that's
don't
really
think
bad.
I don't think it really has to do with weakness. I think because like we're all social creatures. We want to belong, and I think that the issue is that a lot of these people that are online don't have that social community in their real lives, so they seek it out online.
Oh, do you think so? I
Mm-hmm.
hadn't thought of that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I did say something along those lines as well about,
Mm-hmm.
you know, my life is not sort of governed by the internet,
Right.
because I do lead a fairly, you know, normal, happy life. So I don't and maybe that's why I don't feel that I need, you know, the validation of being accepted in a
Mm-hmm.
community. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the only one that she was kind of almost right, I suppose, was DC. Yeah, I was in her community for a while, but I mean, I showed that I was never going to accept this new man that she
Mm-hmm.
brought into the community. So was I kicked out? You could say. Because
Mm-hmm.
in one instance, I couldn't keep my mouth shut in the chat, and I just said it was something like somebody had put in the chat something like, "Oh, wow, you know, in Neg's community, everybody's really bright," or something like that, and I couldn't help but put something like, "Are you having a laugh?" I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself, girls, I tell you. And that was it. She jumped on that and said, "How dare you talk about my boyfriend like that?" And I was like,
Oh
"Well,
goodness.
I'm sorry." And I put oh no. And I put something like, "I would argue that point that, anyone in
Mhm.
this community is intelligent." I put something like that. So, yeah, that ended my days in there. And do I regret it? No. I was never going to last long in there because, I'm quite a forceful woman. I say what I see,
Mhm.
and, and I just couldn't keep my mouth shut in the end. I was like, no, that's just mad. So anyway, let's carry on with Bridge.
First of all, I never got kicked out of his community. What Hussy doesn't remember, I had started watching Hussy when he was Glory Glory. I stopped watching Glory Glory or Hussy or whatever he wants to be called. I stopped watching him because of the whole computer thing. And he was raising a couple of $1,000s for a computer, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So let me expound on that. Then around the time. So expounding on that. So basically it was the whole computer thing. He was raising a few $1,000s. And I was in his chat we're not in his chat, in his comments, talking about, why don't you just get a computer from like a pawn shop or something, a secondhand computer? Because I was like, you don't know how to use a computer, just get one to learn on for a couple of $1,000s. You don't even need a GoFundMe. Just pick one up. And
Yeah.
he called me a salty bee in the comments. I was like, what? And so that's when I was like, unsubscribe, whatever.
Yeah, I get, like, on one hand, if someone wants to give, let them give, right? And closed mouths don't get fed. Absolutely. So I remember one time when Bally was calling MCM out on, like, asking for grocery money for her hauls and whatever she was doing. And she was and just how kind of like tacky it came across when she made a valid point.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And I must say, sorry, I'm terrible at multitasking, guys. I was reading the chat. I must say, I think it was round about that time, Bridge, that I started side-eyeing him because I thought, why is he specifically asking for a Mac? One of the most expensive pieces of kit, you know. I remember, years ago when I sold my house and I had some extra money, or I had some money to spend, and I wanted a really good computer, because I do my artwork on there, and although I must say, sorry, I'm going off at a tangent yet again, but I did laugh when Hussy the other day said, "Well, why does she need a computer? There's nobody that goes in their live streams." I mean, that sort of sums up his mentality, really. Because I got a Mac for my artwork. I did a lot of research. I spoke to other artists, other graphic designers, and the Mac was the best piece of kit to have. So that's why I went for it. So going back to Hussy, I remember thinking, why is he going for a Mac? Why doesn't he just get, a regular computer or a laptop? So that's when I did side-eye him. But I think the very first time I side-eyed him when he kept coming up with all these stories about people picking on him. Like he said, there was a video came up and it said, "I was accosted in a lift." And
I remember that one.
And it turned out that it was in his own building. Some woman had come in and brushed past him, or something like that. And he just made it into this whole drama. Now, listen, I understand how YouTube works, and if you want to use that as a way of, some sort of content, then so be it. But I think where Hussy crossed the mark was when he showed the nasty side to him. And
Mm.
I'll always remember the very first time I saw him doing a walkabout, you know, in his town or his city. And I couldn't believe how angry he was. He was so
Yeah.
angry at everybody. And every time a car went by, he'd swear at it. And I
But you
just
know what?
thought,
I think you're not really into girl world, Jen, you know, and that's kind of like the appeal with Foodie Beauty is she's raging. So I think that's what's funny when people are I think that's what's entertaining.
see, I don't find that entertaining, but then that's probably just me.
Yeah.
Listen, you have to remember also, and I don't know whether it's the same with Bridge. I've always lived in a city, okay? And when you live in a city, you get to know the certain types of people to avoid. And you
Mm.
know, one of the type of people to avoid is Hussy. You know, if you saw
Yeah, you're
somebody
right.
like Humphrey. And remember, when he goes out, he's not wearing his wig and blackface. When he goes out as a regular sort of Armenian guy. Okay. Now, when you see somebody like him shuffling along and obviously filming, and like when he walks past the stalls on the road, he's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." You know, he's all, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." People will give him a wide berth. Now, it may be different in a smaller sort of town or, you know, village environment because you already know that person. But I think, you know, definitely in the cities, you see people like that all the time. So,
Mm.
you know, when I first saw him doing that and being that angry at everybody, I mean, even if a car went past him, he'd scream at them and, "Rah, rah, rah," and I'd be like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you?" You know, there's something.
I
Yeah,
I think a lot of what he does, like when he's on the street or whatever, is for entertainment to make people laugh. But
Yeah. I don't
yeah,
think
but
he's
then
serious.
when he's going after people like online, then I think that's where his hatred comes in.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. See, I saw it differently, and I don't know why. I think even seeing him sort of, you know, "F you" to a car that went by, I didn't see that as being funny, but I suppose I have to accept that other people do, you know? But, that was just you know, my thoughts
So
on him, and that
look at
go on.
what Bally says. What Bally says, the latest
What
comment.
did she say?
If Hussy were in Vienna and I had a bar, he's the kind of guy you want in your bar because he's a clown and entertains.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you
Mm-hmm.
what, if I had a
Oh,
bar, he wouldn't get in there. Listen. You know,
Jen has a classy establishment.
I
Okay.
do. I'm sorry, I do. There's no way I could have anyone like him in the bar. Yeah, anyway, let's go on. Let's go on.
Time when DC Media Girl started talking mess about me because I'm tweeting on Twitter and she's talking mess about me, he got in contact with me. So from there, I went on his show and we started speaking. And I've helped Hussy with a lot of things as far as um, when he was going through legal stuff and police stuff with other YouTubers. I actually wrote a letter for him, not helped him write a letter, but wrote a full letter for him to use, which he did. And I don't, it didn't get far or whatever.
Can I just interject here, guys?
Mhm.
What is it?
Mm.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a generational thing. I don't understand
What generation are
people
you, Jan? You're a
wanting.
boomer?
Yeah, I'm a boomer. I don't
Okay.
understand people wanting to help someone like Hussey. I don't see it. I mean,
Well,
maybe that's me.
I'll just say that he he had, like, we had been texting, we texted back and forth, and this is when he was getting death threats. And he's texting me. He's real shook up. He's calling me. He's at the police station. He's really shaken up. So
Okay.
he's asking me, he's saying like, oh, I need to write this, I need to write that. And I'm like, okay, I'll help you. But then it kind of turned into I just wrote the whole thing. So,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and I knew when I
Because
did it, because
I
I've done
initially
mhm, mhm,
I
go
thought
ahead.
it was like, some authority had asked for a character,
Mm-mm,
um,
mm-mm.
something. Oh,
Mm-mm,
okay.
mm-mm. Yeah, it was like he wrote it. But I've done this before where I've like helped people written things for, and I knew when I did it, I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like I'm like, this is
But
not on me, this is
but
on him. But
honestly,
yeah,
it's not. But if maybe he couldn't put together,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was, and
yeah.
you helped him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. But because I've done this before where I have actually written, because I was at a job and this girl, she was trying to get her master's. She needed a letter of recommendation, and
Hmm.
she wanted to get it from our boss. And the boss is like, "Oh, I don't know what to write." So I'm just like, I'll do it. And so I wrote the letter of recommendation for my boss for her. So I've done
Right.
stuff like that before, and friends would be like, "Why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing
Mm.
it?" I'm just like, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm
It's
not.
nice
I'm
to
not.
be nice.
Yeah, I'm not digging you out. I've done the same. I've
Mhm,
done the same for various friends in the past because some people aren't very good when they write things out, and if it's
mhm.
something
Hmm.
that's really important, they want it written as precisely as as it can be. So I do understand that. But I wasn't having a pop at you, Bridge. I
Oh
was
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
questioning myself, thinking, well, maybe, you know, I'm not as open-minded as I think I am. And, I just don't understand how, when all the red flags are there, I don't
Mhm.
understand how people will willingly help him out. But yeah, that's probably an issue with me. That's
No,
more of
but
an
but no, but on the other hand, it's like I told you before, we're texting, he's calling me, we're talking on the phone and
yeah.
stuff like that. So
Mm,
I feel like I'm getting to know him like on a different level. And I
yeah.
Hmm.
understand. I felt like I understood where he was coming from because he was getting all these death threats, and it wasn't right. So
Yeah, was he? Who was
mhm.
he getting death threats from?
It was anonymous. Nobody knew.
And do
Nobody
you
knew.
believe
Mm.
that? Do you think that was really happening?
I do because he did
Oh,
show me the emails and stuff like that. So
oh
I do
God.
believe it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've helped him with that. But um, when the whole Vicky thing came about, I did not like how he handled the situation. So
Mm-hmm.
I took a step back, and we all saw that video where I told him that I was going to take a step back, and he told me to take one step back, two step back, take 10 steps back. So I stopped talking to him again. I stopped talking to him.
You should have stopped talking to him.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what I will say though is, um, you are like one of the women. That's why I included you when I said, who his victims were. I can't understand the mentality of somebody who has had people help them, you know, over and over again to
Mhm.
then turn on them in such a vicious way. I don't
Hmm.
understand that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about it, honestly, Bridget? Do you feel hurt by it? Do you feel duped that you've
Well,
helped this person?
I think because I started talking to him again, but it
Mhm.
wasn't. We weren't texting still. We weren't talking on the phone still. I would just pop up into his chats from time to time because I'm not really taking it seriously. Like you already basically shit on me once. I'll
Yeah,
still talk, and I'm not. Let me not take this seriously. And I say it in this video too that I think that Hussy is the type of person where if you step away from him, he feels like it's a betrayal. And because the same thing happened with Dee, the same thing happened with Sherry.
yeah,
Vidal had said some things about him, and I feel like he is very, very hurt when people step away from him. And so he lashes out and tries to hurt you the way that he feels that he's hurt.
Yeah. What's actually quite interesting is that each of these women, and they are all women, each of these women don't come out attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's quite
Mm-hmm.
interesting. And that was something that I read the other day when I was looking at predatory narcissists. That the victims of predatory narcissists don't usually speak out, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's possibly because of the friendship that they've formed. To them, it was a real friendship. But I think to the narcissist, it's not a real friendship. It's like a contractual friendship, if you like.
I see. I don't think that's the thing with Hussy. I think that when he is talking to people and he is friends with people, he is truly friends with them until they do that one wrong thing that makes him be like, oh, well, in his mind, I think it's like, oh, you were never my friend and you were always trying to get me. So now let me get you.
Yeah, so because he's the perpetual victim, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one important person that I left off that list, MFW.
Mm-hmm.
I left
Mm-hmm.
her off the list.
Right.
Look at the
Judy.
way he treated her. It's
Right.
awful.
Yep.
It's
And with
awful.
others too.
And whether you like her or not as a person is irrelevant. For
Mhm.
somebody to treat an ex-friend, and I understand that, they were friends. And also Vicky, I forgot to put her on the list as well. But for somebody to act like that after a friendship is over is just dreadful.
And
I
that's what
can't.
reminded
Yeah.
me. You just reminded me. That's the reason why I started talking to him again, because him and MFW were going back and forth. And I'm just like, dude, it's
No.
not right. She was trying to, we knew that, I made the video, like, she's dying. She's
Yeah,
dying. She has alcoholism. Just leave her alone. If you guys fell out, and I
yeah,
wrote him a letter, the email, like, you guys fell out. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. If she dies, you don't want to have this like on your heart that
yeah,
you were fighting with her when she died. And I emailed him that. That's when we started talking again.
yeah.
Mm.
The sad reality, and I hate to say this, but I think the sad reality is I don't think it would bother him. I
Mm,
think he is that far gone that I don't think it would bother him. And
mm,
that's, and I think that's a very sad reality because that makes for a very broken person, a very
mm,
broken soul, that it means nothing, that
mm.
perhaps you contributed to it, or you just don't care. Because
Yeah.
we all like to think that we're caring people. I like to think that. And I'm sure most people do think like that. But I think with someone like him, it it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. And to
Mm,
see him come for her in such a massive way was just awful. And I think that's another reason that I don't understand the following that he gets. You
yeah.
know, why do other people not see this? Why do
Because
other
it's not
people
about
feed
because it's not
into it?
about them. It's kind of like what Edna said. Like when she's seeing them go off and stuff, it's kind of funny because it's not about you. So it's like the
Yeah.
general audience is not about that. It's not about them, and they're just
Yeah,
watching somebody go off, and it's funny
yeah, okay, I get it. I get it.
because he cussed me out and basically yelled at me as if I was a dog. So I stopped talking to him. I'm not mad at him, no hard feelings, whatever. I just don't mess with you. Then we started talking again. Months later, we started talking again. Okay, everything's cool, but okay, I'm still going to keep you at a distance. We can talk. I can go to your live streams, show you support, but I'm not 100% there for you. But then he had GP on his channel. And one of the things, and I was there listening, and one of the things that he told GP was he did not like me or like the fact that I inserted myself into his and Vicky's drama.
Mm.
And I'm just like, that never happened. I didn't insert myself into anything.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he came to me telling me the issues with Vicky. I'm telling him, you need to talk to her. Then she came to me. Vicky came to me asking, have you talked to Hussy? Like, what's going on with him? Yeah, I talked to him.
You know, and again, I hate to keep going over it, but this is his behavior. This is what he does. And the word I used, I stick by.
Mm-hmm.
But none of it has got anything to do with sexuality. None of it. And people need to realize that. So Sasha said, check his new video. As I said, Sasha, I'm not playing tit for tat with him. You know, I say what I need to say. And after this, I'm just moving on, you know. He's calling for Peter Mon. Do you know what?
Oh, God.
He did that a while ago. And it was after Peter Mon had a terrible accident. And I think he was still laid up. He was recovering and everybody was sending him well wishes and everything. And I actually did send him well wishes. I had nothing against the guy. Well, I have actually. He's a piece of shit when he sent all his fans after me. But that's by the by. But I did put a message and I just said, you know, best wishes for your recovery. Just something like that. Almost the same day, Hussy, who I think I must have made a video about him or something, had said, I'm going to contact Peter Mon. And I thought, you're such a twat. You're going to contact this poor man who, you know, has got a lot on his mind because somebody died in that accident. That he has to live with for the rest of his life. You know, Peter has to live with that. And he's got this buffoon coming saying, help me, the person that stalked you 3 years ago is coming for me.
I think that points to his selfishness. Like he's not thinking about anybody but himself and what he's going through, and no matter to Peter or what he's going through or anybody else. Just come help me.
Yeah. And it's just so ludicrous. It's laughable. So thanks for letting me know, Sasha. Do you know what? I'm done. There's nothing more I can say about him. I've said everything I wanted to say. I'm not playing tit for tat for him. If he's in live streams that I'm in, I'm going to block him because I'm not playing his game. What's up?
Okay.
What's up, Edna?
Oh, no, I wasn't expecting it.
Look, Edna, you know she blocks. You know Jan blocks.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think I don't have any of that bloody
I
motley
don't know.
crew
Jen be having me
stuff?
clutching my pearls. I'm sorry.
Listen, you know, my channel is not going to turn into a Hussy channel. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. But if he does anything that could have an impact on my in real life, or my families or my daughters, then I will contact the relevant people. That's it. That's all I can say. Yeah, I did block him. I did block him because he's an arsehole. Sorry, but yeah, that's it. So anyway.
Y'all need to talk. You guys need to talk. Like I was like, I don't want to send messages back and forth between you guys. You guys need to talk. I told him one of y'all needs to bite the bullet, reach out to the other one. Y'all need to talk. So I didn't insert myself into anything for the fact that he said that rubbed me the wrong way again. So I stopped talking to him.
Again.
I stopped going to his live stream. So again, I didn't get kicked out of anything. So like these people saying I was in their group, I'm mad because I'm not in their group. I cut off members of my immediate family because I didn't like the way that they roll. So for me to cut off members of my immediate family because wait a minute, I didn't like I was telling my dad about this. I was like, yeah, I made this video, and I was like, yeah, and I cut off members of my immediate family. He was like, can you cut me off? He was like, just cut me off too.
I remember. Yeah, that was funny.
That is so funny. Oh my God. Oh, poor Bridget. That's mean. Tell him that I said that's really mean. Even if you
care.
deserve it.
Like he interrupted my whole little speech. He interrupted my whole little speech of what I was saying. He was like, hold up, Bridge. Cut me off, please.
That's so funny. Oh my God, bless him.
We're doing, it is nothing to me to cut off somebody on the internet that I don't know.
Exactly.
I am an only child. I am not part of a group. I've never been part of a group. I don't need a whole bunch of people around me. I can be by myself. I am happy by myself. I'm content. So there's no, I don't know, like, I'm not lying, and I don't understand how you guys don't understand what I'm telling you straight out of my mouth, that I don't care about your groups. You can say that you kicked me out, say whatever you want. I don't care. I am here. I wouldn't even, the last video I did was on Yomama, and I just looked, it was October 22nd. So what is that? Over a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I don't care. I really, 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 really don't.
Do you know what? I'm gonna end it on there, because that's my sentiments as well. I really don't care. I don't care about the drama. I don't care what Hussy is gonna be saying about me. As I said, as long as he doesn't bring it into real life, okay, you say it. If anyone, the way I look at it is, if people believe him, then that's their issue. I can't do anything about it,
Right.
and I think the way Bridget is responding to Hussy is the best way to do it. Just do a video, get everything out that you need to say, and let him spurg out, the way he does.
Yeah.
It's just
Because what he doesn't really understand, because I have people sending me screenshots and stuff like that, and they are laughing, because somebody sent me a screenshot today with the thing like, go study Bridget or whatever, and I replied, I was like, he is unhinged, and and the person that sent it to me was like, and I'm here for it, and she is cracking up, because he's just he's like a fool. He's acting like a fool.
it's like,
It's so serious.
It is. And, we've covered a lot today, which has been nice. It's been a great stream. Shall we finish with his plea to Peter Mon? Shall we? Just for the crack. Because I think this will probably sum it all up. And also get the response or the respect it deserves, which is nothing. Absolutely no respect. We'll just laugh about it, because you just have to. And while I'm online with this idiot, I do laugh. I do laugh, honestly. I don't take it seriously. Right, let's have a look at this. So this is called
Oh God.
Peter Mon, help me stop Jan's views from harassing me. Okay.
How is Peter Mon supposed to see this video, though? He didn't even tag him. Like, come on, Hussy, get it together.
Oh my God, it's so funny. He's hilarious. So let's see what he said. Luckily, it's only 1 minute and 53 seconds. So let's full screen it. Listen, if I had a view like that out of my window, the last thing I would do was be spending hours on end hurling abuse at people. Look at that
It's
view.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Insane, man. You know, go and get some help. With my advice to Hussy would be go and get some help because it's not going to get any better. You're obviously unmedicated. You don't have a soul in the world other than your like I'm trying not to laugh. Other than your attorney friend, who
My
must be
daddy has a cat.
of it. Oh, well, he's got the
Sophia.
fat cat. Yeah, he's got a fat cat. But please, man, get help. But anyway, let's watch this. Let's be serious. I've got to stop laughing. Okay, here we go.
Hi guys, it's Miss Hussy. This video goes out to Peter Mon. Peter Mon, I need your help. There's someone on YouTube by the name of Jan's Views
Oh my gosh.
that I think you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that she has harassed you in the past and you had to get a cease and desist letter
Oh my
to
gosh.
get her off your back.
Well, that's not a good start, Hussy. There was no cease or desist. There was no cease or desist letter. Oh, this is a great end.
He does not understand that you are in a different country than the rest of us. So a cease and desist? Come on.
Why? What would the cease and desist say? Jan must not make any more videos of her taking the mickey out of me. That's it. That's it. He's like, oh God. Anyway, I must stop laughing. Sorry.
I am experiencing the same thing with her.
Okay.
She has been up my ass for the past 2 years.
Oh, okay.
She's been slandering me, calling me a predator. She's been contacting NYPD.
Okay.
She's been making videos of me. My name is Miss Hussy, and she will not stop. I honestly feel like there's something wrong with her.
There is.
Because this seems to be a pattern.
Uh-huh.
And I want to know if you could help me. Let me know exactly what you had to do and what she was doing to you.
Okay, so I think the response from Peter Mon is going to be, I didn't really do anything apart from send my wolf pack, as he called them, over to harass me. And yes, they did harass me. It was quite worrying. It was quite frightening. All of a sudden, I've got like thousands of people hating on me. It wasn't nice. So that's how he dealt with it. So, yeah. Okay.
And guide me in the right direction. I've been called predator online from several other people, and I can tell you for a fact, you can't get away with that in court.
Okay. The other thing that made me laugh is when he said, Jan can't think for herself. All she does is copy what other people say.
I saw that.
Yeah, really? You really think I'm that dumb? I'm really not that dumb.
So please contact me. My email address is misshussy100@gmail.com. That's MSH.
I tell you what, if I lived there, I'd be look, you can see other cars over here. I'd be out of that window. I'd be looking out of that window. Mind you, I'm scared of heights, guys, so I wouldn't live there. I'd be like, no, not for me. But I mean, look, you can see all the people, all the cars on the bridge. It's an incredible view.
But wait a minute, Jan. So he going back to what Hussy said, he said, you know, he knows for a fact that you can't say these words about him online. So looks like he already has the answer. Why is he reaching out to Peter Mon? If he can really do something about it, then why is he, he just had a whole court case.
I know. Oh, yeah, but listen, this is his way of intimidation. So I guess I should be intimidated here. Oh my God, guys, I'm so intimidated. Oh my God.
I was going to say, I don't think you got the memo.
This has made my night, guys. This has made my night. This
is crazy. It's crazy.
JUSSY100@gmail.com.
Yeah, right.
Whenever you get the chance, please email me and let me know what it is I have to do, what you did to get her off your back, because she's been going way too far, and I'm in fear for my safety.
I know. I was waiting for that. I was
fear for my safety, fear for my life.
He's scared of a little old English woman who lives across the pond who has called him out on his behavior. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, Hussy.
I honestly believe there's something wrong with her.
Yeah, there is.
Thank you so much.
But I manage it. That was brilliant. Thanks, Hussy. Thanks for finishing this stream in such a fun way. Girls, thanks again for coming on. I always love having you on. It's been a good one. You got any plans for the weekend, girls?
I'm just studying. I got a test coming up next week, and then I got some papers coming. I'm studying.
Edna, what about you?
Well, I'm going to visit or tour. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm going to tour my first home. Is that what it's called when you go like look at houses? Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, we'll have a great weekend.
No bricks.
What?
No brick homes.
No brick. Listen,
it's a beautiful. It's like a little brick cottage or a bungalow. I think it's what they call it.
Nice.
It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. For $150,000.
No, you gotta get at least 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, I know, but it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So is that for you to move into, or it's your friends?
No, it's just me.
Oh, it's for you. Oh, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if it's nice. Yeah. All right then, girlies, I'm going. You've kept me here for 2 hours. Honestly, nuts. I'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend and take care of yourselves out there. God bless you.